Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Theory Thursday. Well, the Russo brothers have been speaking on Endgame during recent interviews. Between comments from them and other rumors around the internet, it sounds like Endgame may clock in at a solid 3 hours. There's even talk there could be an intermission. This would be the longest MCU movie so far, and rightly so. There is a lot to unpack. I mean, Iron Man and Nebula, they got to get out of space first, right? So for our Theory Thursday tonight, I'm going to go back to each movie where the stones appeared and try to guess where the Avengers could sneak in and grab the stones. First, we have Captain America and the surviving Avengers have to come up with a plan in order to undo the snap. They have to go back in time into each movie and grab the Infinity Stones. Just as a reminder, this is where the Infinity Stones appeared in order. First, Captain America, the first Avenger, when Red Skull took the Tesseract and eventually it launched him into space. You could technically kill two birds with one stone here by going back to this time period. You could grab the Tesseract and you could prevent Red Skull from going into space, but you'd almost have to kill him here or he'd continue to be a villain down the line. I think Captain America looking at Peggy's locket in the trailer could signify he's planning to see her again. He's getting ready for that, either in an alternate reality or time travel. I'm not sure where in this movie Captain America could insert himself. I do think this particular heist would be best for Captain America as he knows this time and era. What if somebody else grabbed the Tesseract here and became the keeper of the stones? It would totally change everything up. Red Skull pretty much had the Tesseract the entire movie, so the Avengers / Captain America would have to fight the Red Skull and or steal it from him unless they went back and got it from Howard Stark after he fished it out of the ice, which is possible. I think that'd be too easy, though. This theory is bolstered by the fact that we got some set photos last year for Avengers 4 set in the 1940s. You can see some cars with that style and that era. I would say I'm about 60 to 70% sure they go back to this time period. With the Red Skull there and the Tesseract there first making an appearance, I'm betting we're going to see the 1940s again. Captain Marvel, the jury is still out whether we'll see an Infinity Stone in the movie, but I'm betting the Tesseract makes an appearance here. I doubt that they go back to this movie and Endgame because it just happened, so I doubt that they're going to go back to this. I think anything that they do with the Tesseract is going to be shown in Captain Marvel. The Tesseract appeared briefly in Iron Man 2 in Howard Stark's notes. Tony used those notes and diagrams to build his arc reactor. It's possible we could go back to this time period. Maybe Tony looks at something. Maybe Tony figures something out with the arc reactor. The Mind Stone and the Tesseract both appear in the original Avengers movie. Loki's scepter held the Mind Stone, and the Cosmic Cube held the Tesseract, what we called the Tesseract, the Cosmic Cube at the time. The Mind Stone was given to Loki by Thanos. At the end of the movie, Loki lost both, which enraged Thanos and led to Loki's death later on in Infinity War. S.H.I.E.L.D. then lost the scepter and the Mind Stone to Hydra. We do know the Avengers go back to the Battle of New York here from leaked set photos, either in time travel or an alternate reality. If Cap is going to go back in time to get the Tesseract, then the original Avengers movie could be the fight for the Mind Stone and Loki's scepter. As Black Widow did have it briefly there in the original Avengers movie, they'd have to make sure and get it from her after the portal is closed, but before Hydra steals it. The trick could be convincing the old Avengers to hand it over the stones to the future Avengers. We also have behind-the-scenes set photos of Tom Hiddleston as Loki with that muzzle on after he was captured, and Tony wearing a S.H.I.E.L.D. outfit at the same time. Perhaps Tony frees Loki and makes a deal with him, which I'm not sure if that'd be the best idea, as I believe he was still under the control of the Mind Stone at that time. The old Thor obviously appears, and Ant-Man and the old version of Cap are also in these set photos. Next, we move on to Thor: The Dark World. The Ether, now known as the Reality Stone, appeared in this movie. Thor's grandfather, Bor, fought the Dark Elves for it. He buried it, but then the Ether awakened and attached itself to Jane Foster, and we know what happened there. Eventually, Thor defeated Malekith for the Ether, and the Warriors 3 took it to the Collector at the end of the Dark World. Thor had it at one time, so all he would have to do is get it from himself shortly after Malekith is defeated. He also might grab Mjolnir here as well. The Power Stone appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Here is where Thanos tasked Ronan with getting the orb / Power Stone. Ronan failed, and the Nova Corps ended up with the stone, as we know. I say this is a job for Rocket and or Nebula. Specifically, Nebula knew exactly where it was because she was with Thanos at that time. I think she steals it shortly before Star-Lord does. You know that opening scene where Star-Lord steals the Power Stone slash orb from Morag? I think Nebula swoops in, grabs it, Star-Lord goes to get it, and it's gone. This could mess up the Guardians timeline, but I'm not sure they're going to do this, but they do have to get that Power Stone. They could also get the Power Stone from Xandar later on when Thanos goes to attack as well. The Time Stone appeared in Doctor Strange, encased in the Eye of Agamotto. Doctor Strange held it the whole time. So, again, it could just be convincing him to hand it over. In Infinity War, we got the Soul Stone. Only Gamora and Nebula and Tony know where this is at, which makes Nebula absolutely critical. Nebula can give this information to Tony, and he and Cap can go to Vormir. What kind of sacrifice happens here? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Thank you for watching.